Okay, guys, thanks for joining us here in the charts. It is the Crypto Flight Edition. It is Napoleon Macro speaking. Let's take a quick look at the Bitcoin price and see how the buyers have been performing here over the past few days or weeks. There's one level that the buyers need to accomplish here in the short term to make sure that it could continue this steadfast trajectory to the upside. We're going to give you the one level that the sellers need to, I guess, compromise here as well, as the sellers are failing here at making new lows. So yeah, let's just go over this and take a look at the daily candles, make it short and sweet. So let's do it, guys. Welcome back, loyal family. If you're new here, we only explore price action. Thanks for sticking around on my loyal subscribers. Let's go ahead and dive right into this small range in the chart here, shall we? So today's March the 21st, 2022, and the current price of Bitcoin, $41,194.80, slightly positive 0.4% for the day. Okay. All right, here's the lines. Hopefully you guys are doing well. So we haven't been making any Bitcoin videos because Bitcoin, the sellers have been failing. Okay. If you're new, we just simply look for higher lows to find evidence that the buyers are attempting to take control of the market, as the Bitcoin price has been making lower highs ever since reaching $67,000, right? And the 67,000 over here, just walking down the stairs. So we're just trying to identify a turnaround here, as we think we have something here. I think something's cooking in the market, so to speak. And I think the buyers are gearing up to make a pretty, a pretty obvious move to turn things around here, as again the sellers are still have a unique setup here, because if you notice, we still have the triple top at about $44,500 triple top, lower high. We just made a higher high, right? So now the only thing the buyers need to do is just kind of make a higher low. That's the reason why I have the 39.7K level on the screen. I realized on the last video we had like 38.7. But the reason that I'm actually kind of stair-stepping the levels higher is because, remember, we're focusing on the daily candles, right? So if you look closely, you'll notice that I'm just simply aligning the daily candles with the candles' bodies. Okay, if you can see this right here. See, that was just kind of the previous resistance level. It's important to always just kind of, take a step back and look at these levels. And it's always the most recent resistance level that it broke through. And it's always the most recent resistance level that it could not accomplish. And that's simply how I found my range. Like, I didn't do anything spectacular. I'll explain that again. So again, we're trying to identify whether or not the market is going to turn around from the downtrending lower highs that Bitcoin has been making, right? We're trying to see if we can find a turnaround by way of higher lows and then Bitcoin accomplishing a new high. So again, the higher lows, I think we've already pointed that out. Let's go ahead and make this super simple for everyone. So again, that we'll all know exactly how I found this level and this level. So if you ever need an update on Bitcoin, you'll just have your levels readily available by looking at the daily candles. So again, the turnaround, right? Higher lows, that's what we need to find some sort of turnaround from the market making downtrending by making lower lows and lower highs. Okay, right? Uptrend, you look for higher highs and higher lows, right? And to find an identification of a turnaround from a downtrend, two things: double bottom, okay, or a higher low. Really simple, guys. Don't overcomplicate this stuff, okay? And once you can identify one of those two things, which we have just successfully identified higher lows, right? We have identified the higher lows. So the next thing that we need to do is identify a new high. The new high is right here, okay? So that's how you find the 41.9K level. And the previous level of resistance can be identified here on the daily candles, like right about here. So that's how I was able to get these two levels, guys. 39.7 because of the previous resistance here at about 39.7. And the new high, technical new high, would be right here at about 41.9. So that's how I found my levels on the daily candle. So if you ever guys, I know a lot of you guys look at the lower time frames, which I know I kind of, poke at those who look at the lower time frames, which there's nothing wrong with that if you have experience. But if you're going to look at the lower time frames, at least start with the higher time frames to pull up your levels, the previous level of resistance, right? And then, of course, the last resistance level here. And this way you can just kind of get a range going, right? So this way you have a brief understanding of what to look for in terms of the significance of the levels. Okay. All right. So the only thing Bitcoin needs to do right now, the sellers in my book, they are failing because they are not making new lows. And if Bitcoin buyers are here to stay, at least here in the short term, only thing they got to do is protect that level right there, 39.7. Hopefully that makes sense, guys, when we go over these videos. Okay, so right now Bitcoin is needs to make a move. All right, so the entire video is just simply suggesting if 39.7 can hold as support, let's give the market a full 72 hours. Yeah, expect to move higher, guys. At least an attempt to break through 41.9. Okay, and I do think that if the buyers are going to break out above 41.9, they need to make this count. Okay, this can't be like some little flimsy daily candle to just like boop, peek its head above there and like, yeah, it's time to go to the moon. Because I'm telling you, the sellers, they're not going to play around with this price, guys. We need to see some sort of a vicious move higher followed by some volume. Right now, we're in a low volume phase. It looks like the last volume candle came in on this candle or this volume. But we have this candle right here. So, of course, you guys who follow me closely, you put a horizontal line at the close of that candle to see if the buyers will maintain control, as they have just injected capital in this market. So they must maintain control in this market. Otherwise, the volume that was just injected into this market will be unsustainable, and it's likely that the market will move lower than 39.7. But if the 39.7 level can hold, because there's a previous level of resistance in the active buyers who recently put in this large volume inflow or influx, whatever you want to call it, in the market, they still will have an opportunity here to propel this price or rip the price to the upside above 41.9, as long as the previous level of resistance is intact, because that is, of course, considered a technical higher low. That's it. Okay. So that's the end of the video. Hopefully I've summarized everything. 39.7, worst case scenario. If the buyers are here, then that level will actually support and move higher. But we need some volume though, guys. We need a big buyer to say, yeah, all right, I'm convinced. Rip to the upside. All right. I keep saying rip to the upside. I'm kind of weird out, guys. So that's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you don't mind supporting the channel before you go by simply leaving an appropriate thumb. Let me know in the comment section if you understood everything what I said and you know exactly what to look for in terms of the daily candles, the previous resistance, and you understand that the buyers do have a pretty unique setup here, but the sellers are still here. Just let me know in the comment section, like, okay, Napoleon, stop repeating yourself. We get it, man. Just say that or something, and I'll thumbs up for you, because that's my goal here, so that we all can understand this one candlestick at a time. All right. So yeah, so if you don't mind doing me a huge favor before you go by simply leaving an appropriate thumb, I'd appreciate it below the video, and also leave a comment so that the YouTube algorithm can promote the video. If you guys are new, we also explored the traditional stocks throughout the week. We're watching S&P 500 very closely, so you can kindly join us here on this intense journey. It looks like things are about to get intense, and we'll send that out to you momentarily. Welcome in. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for your time. Remember, always have a strategy before you enter. Keep that positive energy flowing. We'll talk soon, and bye for now, guys and gals.